it over a fire or dried it in the sun. So I always had meat during the rainy months when I could not go out with again. I learned to make a pot to keep my food in, but I wanted very much to make a harder, stronger pot, a pot that would not break in a fire. I tried it many times, but I could not do it. Then one day I was lucky. I made some new pots and put them in a very hot fire. They changed color but did not break. I left them there for many hours, and when they were cold again, I found that they were hard and strong. That night I was very happy. I had hot water the first time on the island. By then I also had my own breed that was lucky too. One day I found a little bag. We used it on the ship to keep the chickens food in. There was still some of the food in the bag, and I dropped some of it onto the ground. A month later, I saw something bright green there, and after 6 months, I had very small field of corn. I was very excited. Perhaps now I could make my own bread. It was easy to say, but not so easy to do. It is a lot of work to make bread from corn. Many people eat bread, but how many people can take corn from a field and make bread out of it without help? I had to learn and to make many new things, and it was a year before I cooked it and ate my first bread. During all this time, I never stopped thinking about escape. When I traveled across to the other side of the island, I could see the other islands, and I said to myself, perhaps I can get there with a boat. Perhaps I can get back to the England one day. So I decided to make myself a boat. I cut down a big tree and then began to make a long hole in it. It was hard work, but about 6 months later, I had a very fine canoe. Next, I had to get it down to the sea. How stupid I was! Why didn't I think before I began work? Of course, the canoe was too heavy. I couldn't move it. I pulled and pushed and tried everything, but it didn't move. I was very unhappy for a long time after that. That happened in my fourth year on the island. In my 6th year, I did make myself a smaller canoe, but I did not try to escape in it. The boat was too small for a long journey, and I did not want to die at sea. The island was my home now, not my prison, and I was just happy to be alive. A year or two later, I made myself a second canoe on the other side of the island. I also built myself a second house there. and so I had two homes.